Welcome to Stuti Academy. Students, today we are going to discuss the topic determiners. Well, before we move on to this topic, I wanted to understand that why we are learning this topic. Grammar in itself is a very important thing in our life for us to understand our conversation, to make correct usage of words. And this particular topic, determiners, will help us understand why a particular word is used or placed at a certain point. So let's move ahead and understand what determiners are. What do you understand by this word determiners? Well, a determiner is a word that is placed before the noun. Now, this particular word gives us an understanding about the noun. It will introduce the noun and provide additional information. Like it will tell you about the proximity, whether the noun is close to us or far away, or the quantity, whether it is few or more or a lot. So it will tell you about the noun. What do you understand by this word noun? Noun in itself is as simple as it is name, place, animal, and thing. You must have played this game, name, place, animal, thing, in your childhood. Probably you play it now even. But that is the basic definition of a noun. So determiners will tell you more about the noun. Let's look at the characteristics of determiners. If you see on the slide, you can see the characteristics of determiners. The most important and the basic characteristic is determiners have a specific place in the sentence, and the place is before the noun. They are always placed before the noun. So remember this. This is the way you will identify a determiner. Okay. The second one is a determiner may identify two or more persons or things. The third one is they may precede numerals or objects. So these are the ways you will be able to identify determiners. And the determiners will also indicate quantity. Now let's look at the different types of determiners. The first one that we have here is the article. There are two types of articles. One is the definite article and the other one is the indefinite article. So the definite article will talk about a specific thing. That is why it is the word the or the, the. It will tell you more about things like book or maybe a place or maybe an object. So like I went to the bank. So I know which bank I'm talking about specifically. So that's why it is a definite article. It will tell you about a definite thing. Indefinite article is basically generic. So it is either a or the word an. So now when you're talking about generic, it can be about something, but not anything specific. So that's the difference between definite and indefinite articles. The second one we have here is demonstrative determiners. Demonstrative determiners are something that will tell you about the proximity, whether something is close to you or further away. So demonstrative determiners are this, that, these, and those. Then we have the possessive determiners. By this particular word, possessive means something in my possession. So the determiners, the words are my, yours, his or theirs, its, our. So these are the words for possessive determiners. Then we have the quantifiers. So the quantifiers will tell you about the quantity, but not in terms of numbers, in terms of how much it is. Either it is little, few, or more, or a lot, or whether it is enough. So these are the words for quantifier determiners. Then we have the numbers or the numerals. Now numerals are divided again in two parts. One is the cardinal and the other one is the ordinal. So cardinals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 50 and so on. And similar to the cardinals but slightly different are the ordinals, which are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, tenth, hundredths and so on. You know why this difference is? The difference is basically because I would say I came first in my class. I wouldn't say I came one in my class. Or if I have two chocolates, I can't say I have second chocolates. So that is why we use the cardinals and we use the ordinals. So it is how we construct the sentence. Okay. Then we have the distributives. The distributive determiners will talk about distribution or division of a particular thing, which is like two parts or either of the part or all of the part. So it is basically talking about the distribution. Then we have the interrogative determiners. What do you understand by this word interrogative? Interrogative means either a question mark or an exclamation. So you are asking questions. Words like which, what, when, where, how, should. These are the interrogative determiners. Now let's move further and let's understand these determiners. As I said before, determiners can point out things like proximity, possession, and the third one is plurality. So proximity means close to you or further away. Possession means whether it's yours, whether it's mine, yours, or somebody else's. And plurality means whether you're talking about one particular thing or many. So which is like this or these or those. Okay, so that is plurality. Now let's move ahead and look at the take a closer look at articles. Article determiners have two categories. The first one is definite articles and the second one is indefinite articles. So the definite article is the word the or the, and the indefinite article is the word and the word a. So an and a. Now why two in indefinite? Well, for a noun which starts with a vowel, you will use the word an. And for a noun which starts with a consonant, you will use the word a. Okay. So for example, if you look at it on your slide, you have an amazing child, an aeroplane. So when it is starting with a vowel, you will use the indefinite article an. And a tree, a dog, a beautiful house. So when the noun is starting with a consonant, you will use the indefinite article a. Now when you're talking about the definite article the or the, that is, it means specifically for a particular thing. So here it is, the dog carried a stick. Why the? Because I know which dog I'm talking about. It is a specific dog. I have to go to the bank. That particular bank, the bank. So that's why it is a definite article. Then a nurse gives him the medication or the medication. So it is the particular medication that I'm talking about. Okay, so that's why we have the. So again, articles, two subcategories, definite article, indefinite article. All right, now let's go on to the next one. Now let's have a quick practice session. Okay? These are few sentences which need definite or indefinite articles. As an exception, there might not be any article required at all. So go through these. Let me read it for you. I bought dash pair of shoes. They are staying at dash hotel. Look at dash woman over there. She's a famous actress. I do not like dash basketball. That is dash girl I told you about. Dash price of petrol keeps rising. Dash apple a day keeps doctor away. Think about the articles. I hope you're getting it right. Use the correct article for the correct sentence. Now here are your answers. I bought a pair of shoes. A, because this is indefinite article. Some pair. I'm not talking about any specific pair. So a pair of shoes. They are staying at the hotel. When you're talking about the definite article the or the, it means you're talking about something specific. So they're staying at the hotel. Look at the woman over there. She's a famous actress. So I'm pointing out at that particular woman, specifically at the woman. I do not like basketball. Now, this particular sentence does not need an article. Why? Because basketball in itself is specific. So you don't say the basketball. You say, I do not like basketball. Then you have, this is the girl I told you about, definite article. The price of petrol keeps rising. I'm talking about specifically petrol prices. The price of petrol keeps rising. An apple a day. Why an? Because it starts with a vowel. So an apple a day keeps doctor away. I'm talking about some apple, not a specific apple. So remember, vowels and consonants. Now let's the next one, demonstrative determiners. A demonstrative determiner points to a particular noun, which is a person, event, or an object, or to the noun it replaces. Like we have these words, this, that, these, those. So they're talking about proximity. Proximal means close to you and distal means away from you. So the words this and these are proximal. This is for singular, one particular word, and these are for many, many things or many objects. Distal means away from you. And that is again for one particular thing or one object, which is away from you. And those are for many, but still distal, away from you. So look at the examples here. This problem is giving me a headache. Now, this particular problem, which is now, okay? Will you buy me that chocolate cupcake? So I'm pointing out that chocolate cupcake. So it's something that is away from me and that one particular thing, but away from me. Can you give these stamps and envelopes to your mother? Now, when you're talking about these are many, and again, proximal, they're close to you. They're here, okay? Please bake me those delicious chocolate cherry cupcakes. Now you're talking about those, which is again distal, but many, okay? So demonstrative determiners are singular, they are singular or plural, they are proximal or distal. Remember these. Let's move ahead. Again, practice session. I hope you will get these right. My husband wants to paint our house dash popular shade of blue. You should give dash decision some thought. Can you give dash stamps and envelopes to your mother? We discussed this sentence before. I think this is going to be easy for you. Can you give me dash plastic shopping baskets? Dash banana cream pies make me absolutely sick. Very simple, but very important. Again, singular, plural, proximal, and distal. Read the sentences properly, and I hope you get the answers correct. Okay? So I'm going to give you the answers now. Here are the answers. My husband wants to paint our house that popular shade of blue. Now, my husband is talking about that popular shade. So it's some shade, but it is away, distal, that popular shade. Okay? You should give this decision some thought. This particular decision, which is now proximal. Okay? Can you give these stamps and envelopes to your mother? These, many, proximal. Can you give me those plastic shopping baskets? So you're talking about those, which is distal, but many. Okay? Those banana cream pies make me absolutely sick. Again, those, distal, many. Okay? Plural. Very simple, but important again. So the next one we will talk about is possessive determiners. Possessive determiners function as adjectives rather than as pronouns. Now, as they are adjectives, they appear before the noun that they are modifying. Now, let's look at some examples. Possessive means possession, my, his, hers, theirs, ours, your. But, very, very important, we should not mistake these with possessive pronouns. What are possessive pronouns? Possessive pronouns are me, him, you, he, she, they. So these are possessive pronouns. So possessive determiners talk about possession. This is my car. I wonder what happened to his bike. It's talking about his. Where is their house? We're looking for the house. Where is their house? Our house is just across the street. It is our house. Where is your pen? So you're talking about your pen. Okay. Now again we have the practice questions. So possessive determiners. He took dash car to visit dash grandparents. The Gupta family liked bragging about dash new home. National flag is dash pride and must be respected under all situations. The progress of a nation depends on dash people. She wanted to visit dash parents during the vacation. Do you mind if I ask for for pardon me, do you mind if I ask for dash bike for a day? Now go through these sentences. Again, possessive determiners. Mine, yours, his, hers. Use the correct one in the right place. I'm going to give you the answers now. Here you go. He took my car to visit his grandparents. The Gupta family liked bragging about their new home. So their new home, national flag is our pride and we respect it under all circumstances, all situations. The progress of a nation depends on its people because nation is made up of people. That's why we use its people. She wanted to visit her parents during the vacations. Do you mind if I ask for your bike for a day? So I'm asking for your bike. Okay? Possessive determiners. Talking about possession. Talking about mine, yours, his, hers. Simple? I hope you remember these. Okay, let's go on and look at the next one. So now we have the quantifiers. What are the quantifiers? Quantifiers are nothing but something that will tell you about the quantity, but not in numbers. Will tell you in a generic way as a quantity, as how much or how many, from the scale of 0 to 100 or more. So we are looking at words like all, any, both, each, either, enough, every, few, fewer, less, little, many, neither, much, a great deal, number of, or sufficient. Okay, these are the examples of quantifiers. Now let's do some practice session. Dash workers are eager to take responsibility. Dash of the evidence was lost before the trial. In recent years, Dash students enrolled in our course has grown drastically. I have spent the Dash day studying for my geography exam. Do you mind if I ask you Dash question? Are there Dash computers in the library? So very simple quantifiers, many, more, much, enough, sufficient, any, okay, a great deal, a lot. Now let's look at the answers here. Some workers are eager to take responsibility. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay, I'm not giving the numbers, but some. A great deal of evidence was lost before the trial. So it is a lot of evidence, a great deal of evidence was lost. Then we have, in recent years, number of students enrolled in our course has grown drastically. So number of students, but still no specific number. Talking about generic number of students. Okay. Now, do you mind if I ask you few questions? So few questions, but I'm still not telling you how many. Yeah, few questions. Are there any computers in the library? So maybe one, two. Are there any computers in the library? Right? Very simple and easy. But remember these, okay? Many, more, few, a great deal, lots, enough, sufficient. These are your quantifier determiners. Let's look at the next one. Numerals or numbers. So numeral determiners, as I said at the starting, there are two of them, cardinals and ordinals. Again, cardinals and ordinals. Cardinals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 100, and so on. And ordinals are first, second, third, fourth. So it is the way we construct the sentence. Now let's see what's on the slide here. One kind of determiner that deserves a separate attention. Yes, because these are numerals. Numerals, now they appear in two forms, cardinals and ordinals. When numerals appear in front of the noun in order to quantify it. These are numerals. When you are quantifying a noun, first, second, third, fourth. I came first in my class, or I have 2 pencils. Then can you give me 3 cupcakes? Will you give me a second chance? These are few examples of cardinals and ordinals. Now, this one is important. Numerals are determiners when they appear before the noun. Again, like we discussed before, cardinals, ordinals, but we also have general ordinals, which will talk about a generic thing Nothing specific, but still they will tell you about the number. Now let's look at it how. Okay, as I told you before, for the cardinals we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Ordinals we have first, second, third, fourth and so on. Now the subclass of ordinals, okay, will be these are the general ordinals, like the next day. I am still talking about the next day, the day that will come, like tomorrow. Tomorrow, could be day after tomorrow, or could be a few days after. So next day, okay? But we are not talking about first, second, or third. We are talking about the next day. Then we have the last hour. Last hour means the hour that was before. Could be the last hour of yesterday, could be the last hour of, this day. So last hour. Then we are talking about previous agreement, a past agreement, something that you and I have agreed upon. So it's a previous agreement. Okay. Now let's have a look at the practice questions. Mention the correct numeral determiners. Very simple, but important. The girl in the dash row is my sister. I couldn't go to school dash week. Today is my dash day at school. Rohan has dash chocolates. We are going to London dash week. As per our dash agreement, we shall watch the cricket match. Now, think, and get the answers right. Very simple, but still very important to score in your exams. And not just in your exams, in your daily conversations, in your understanding of the language. Very important. Once you get these correct, the way you speak with people, the way you converse will become more easier. You will have good command on your language. So now think about the numeral determiners. Okay, I'm going to give you the answers now. The girl in the fourth row is my sister. Now here fourth, it could be second, third, fourth, fifth. So these are ordinals. I couldn't go to school last week. Now these are general ordinals. Last week. Today is my first day at school. Again, ordinals, first day. Rohan has 3 chocolates. Now what are these? Cardinals. We are going to London next week. What is this next week? General ordinals. As per our previous agreement. So previous means last agreement when we met last. General ordinals, previous agreement. Okay? Again, remember 1, 2, 3, 4 cardinals. First, second, third, fourth, and so on, ordinals. Last, next, previous, these are general ordinals. Easy? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Distributive determiners. Distributive determiners refer to a group of people or things, or to individual members of the group. Now, they show different ways of looking at the individuals in the group. Let's have a quick look at these. Now, list of distributive determiners. Each and every, they talk about the members in the group as individuals. Like there is a group of 15 people, but I want to talk about each and every member. So I'm talking about the specific members of the group, each and every. Half. We are dividing one group into half. Okay. So all means you're talking about the whole group as one entity. Either, neither, or both. You're talking about pairs. So either these people or these people. Neither means not these, not these. Okay? Neither. Or both means both of them, all of them. So either, neither, or both. These are talking about the pair of people or things. Now let's look at the practice questions. Dash ticket should have a PNR number. Okay. Dash morning she goes for a walk in the park. Dash dogs are loyal. Dash of daddy's salary goes into paying mortgage and school fees. Dash the houses are within our budget. Dash child can win the prize. Now tell me the answers. Each ticket should have a PNR number. What are we doing? Bunch of tickets. We're talking about each and every individual. Each ticket should have a PNR number. So each ticket will have a specific PNR number. Then we're talking about every morning she goes for a walk in the park. So each and every morning, specifically every morning, she goes for a walk. All dogs are loyal. All dogs. Group of dogs, all of them together. All dogs are loyal. Half of daddy's salary goes in paying mortgage and school fees. So his whole salary, and we are dividing it into half. Half of daddy's salary goes in mortgage and school fees. Both the houses are within our budget. So in a group, we have these two houses and we're talking about both the houses are within our budget. Either child can win the prize. So it is this one or that one. Either of the child will win the prize. Okay? Easy to understand? Yes. Now let's have a closer look at the next one. Interrogative determiners. As simple as they are, question and exclamation. So we have specific words for interrogative determiners. When, where, why, what, which, how, should, did, whom. Okay, these are questions. Now the examples that I have here is, when will you visit your mom? So I'm asking you a question. When will you do that? When will you visit your mom? Where do you live? I don't know where you live. So I'm asking you, where do you live? Why haven't you started studying? I think your parents do ask you this question, don't they? Why haven't you started studying? What are you doing? So, what are you doing? Why are you watching television? These are the questions. Why, what, when? Okay? Which car would make you happier? So it's a choice. Which car would make you happier? Whom did you call to the party tomorrow? So I'm asking you, who are the people that you're calling? Whom did you call? How many topics do you have to study for your exam? So how many topics? So you have to tell the number. How many topics? Did you take your medication this morning? So did you do that activity? Did you take your medication? So questions and exclamations. Okay. Now let's look at the practice session. Now the practice questions. Dash assignment did you bring me? Dash are the best days to go for shopping. Dash you make a cake for Anita. Dash I call or email you. Dash fix the television. Dash did you meet yesterday? Simple question words, but use the right question word and you will get the answers correct. Now, I am going to give you the answers. Whose assignment did you bring me? So I want to know whose assignment I'm going to refer to. When are the best days to go to shopping? Oh, these are the questions that all the ladies want to know. The best days for shopping. When are the best days for shopping? Did you make a cake for Anita? So again, question, have you done this activity? Did you do it? Did you make a cake for Anita? Should I call or email you? So I'm asking you, what should I do? Should I call you or should I email you? Who fixed the television? So who's the person who did that? Who fixed the television? Whom did you meet yesterday? So I want to know the person whom you met yesterday. So whom did you meet yesterday? Okay. So again, placing the right question words, placing the right interrogative determiner will get you grammatically correct sentence and also help you score in your exams. Remember, understanding how grammar works is not useful just for your exam, but for your lifetime. So let's now move ahead and do some practice sessions. Practice sessions. Again, practice, practice, practice makes a man perfect. So we have dash nations want to be independent. I saw an accident of dash car. Dash are Persian cats. Dash house is very neat and clean. You have dash days left to complete that project. I'm reminding you, you have dash days. Sorry, I'm too busy. I have dash work to do. Oh, sorry. That is dash best food I have ever had in a long time. Dash fishes over there are swimming so fast. Dash, I called the police regarding the robbery. Dash, didn't you go to school today? Or dash, didn't you go to school? Okay, now these practice questions are basically including all the determiners. So use the correct determiner and you will score marks. Okay, think about it. Very simple. This is a simple topic, easy to understand. Basics again, determiners come before the noun. Very, very important. Different types of determiners, articles, possessive, demonstrative, interrogative, quantifiers, numerals. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm going to give you the answers now. All nations want to be independent. Each and every, nobody wants to be in slavery. So all nations want to be independent. Okay? I saw an accident of a car. So some car, a car. These are Persian cats. So these are closer to me and I'm specifically pointing out to them. These are Persian cats. Your house is very neat and clean. So possessive, your house. I have 2 days left to complete that project. Again, quantifier. Oh no, sorry, this is not quantifier, is it? What is this? Numerals. Yes, numerals. So I have 2 days left to complete that project. Sorry, I'm too busy. I have other work to do. That is the best food you have ever had in a long time. The best food. I'm specifically talking about this definite article, okay? Then those fishes over there are swimming very fast. So those fishes, those are many in number and distal, okay? Should I call the police regarding the robbery? So I'm asking a question, interrogative. Should I call the police? Why didn't you go to school? I want to know the reason. Why? Interrogative again. Why didn't you go to school? Okay. So use the correct determiners and you will get marks. And when you converse with your friends or your teachers or your parents, You will be also using grammatically correct sentences. Yeah. Learn language not just for the sake of learning, but for understanding and using it throughout your lifetime. Now, these are some past year questions. We have some MCQs that I will be going through with and help you understand. Dash books are missing from the library. Now we have the options here: any, a, these, some. So what is the right one? Now here the right one will be some, because I don't know how many the books are. I don't know any specification. These are some books. Okay. She has not solved dash sums. And the options are much, many, any, a. So she has not solved any sums, because you don't use the word much sums or many sums. So she has not solved any sums. Okay. This book is mine, but dash book is yours. That, this, any, every. So the correct answer will be that, because this is closer to me. This specific one, this one is mine, but that one, which is distal, is yours. Okay. So that. Dash boys have done their work. So that, these, any, a. So the answer is these boys. So you're talking about the group of boys. We are standing here. These boys. Okay. He didn't make dash progress. Many, much, some, every. What is the right answer? He didn't make much progress. Okay. You don't say he didn't make many progress or some progress. He didn't make much progress. Now again. Okay, so let's quickly summarize. Now, we have determiners which will come before the noun. That is the basic rule. Determiners are words which will tell you more about the noun, like the proximity or the quantity. Now, the different types of determiners. Let's look at these. Articles, definite article, indefinite article. Demonstrative, that, this, these, those. So proximal or distal, singular or plural. That is demonstrative determiners. Possessive determiners, we'll talk about possession, mine, yours, theirs, our. Okay, possessive determiners. Then we have the quantifiers. So quantifiers are, again, will tell you about the quantity, but not in any specific number. So quantity like little, few, much, enough, sufficient, a lot, great deal. These are quantifiers. Then we have the numerals or the numbers, cardinals and ordinals. 1, 2, 3, 4, or first, second, third, fourth. These are the numerals. Then we have the distributives. So distributives are talking about the distribution, like half, either, neither, whole, or both. So these are distributive. And then we have the interrogative, the question marks. What, when, which, where, should, did, how. These are the question words. So these are interrogative determiners. Very easy to understand and easy to gain marks in your exams. Keep practicing them. And I would suggest you go through our revision notes and our practice notes so that you are able to get more confidence and command over determiners. Thank you. Thank you.